Good morning, my students. We are going to study the last part of the inductive reactance. The factors affecting on the inductive reactance XL. Inductive reactance depends on the current frequency F. The current frequency is directly proportional with the current frequency directly proportional with the inductive reactance at constant other factors. Number 2, depends on the self-induction coefficient of the coil. XL directly proportional with the self-inductance at constant other factors. When we draw the relation between inductive reactance and frequency, we observe that the slope equal XL over F equal 2 by L. When we draw the relation between XL and L, we observe that the slope equal XL over L, which equal 2 by F. 2 by F equal omega angular velocity, which is measured by radian per second. The relation can be right in the following relation: XL1 over XL2 equal F1L1 over F2L2. From this, we can observe XL equal 2 by nu L, nu equal F frequency. XL equal 2 by nu L or equal 2 by FL. XL is inductive reactance. Inductive reactance is the opposition to flow alternating current through the circuit due to the self-inductance of the coil. This coil is a single metallic wire in the form of a spiral spring. This coil does not lose energy like resistance. Resistance loses energy in the form of thermal energy due to the friction between the charges of the current and the molecules of the conductor. So part of energy is lost in the form of heat energy, while in case of inductive coil, the electric energy is stored in it in the form of magnetic field. But XL equal V maximum over I maximum. So it is measured by volt per ampere or ohm, which is equivalent unit. When we connect the circuit with DC current, we observe that inductive reactance equals 0. Why inductive reactance equals 0? Because the source of electricity of DC has frequency equals 0 and XL equal 2 by FL. 0 times 2 by L equals 0. This means that XL equals 0. XL equals 0 when the frequency of the circuit equals 0, but directly proportional with the self-inductance. When we draw a circle, we observe that the voltage reaches to maximum value before current intensity. The voltage reaches to maximum value before current intensity. Then the voltage reaches to the maximum in the opposite direction. while the current reaches to zero at angle 180. This means that the voltage reaches to the maximum value at first, and the angle between them is 90. I equal I maximum sine omega t, and V equal V maximum sine omega t plus pi over 2. This omega t only, but this omega t plus pi over 2. This means that the angle of voltage more than the angle of the current by 90. The voltage leads current by 90 degree. The current lags the voltage by 90 degree. When we make comparison between DC circuit and AC circuit, we observe that inductive coil of negligible ohmic resistance is wire of negligible ohmic resistance is wrapped in the form of a spiral spring. In case of direct current, no self-induction at the moment, no variation in the magnetic flux, because XL equal to pi FL. DC has frequency 0, XL equals 0. Self-induction only takes place at the momentary of the moment switching on and off only. While in case of alternating current, as the frequency increases, the rate of change of magnetic flux increases. So the EMF induced by self-induction, which resists the current, and increases. Induction, which resists the current. XL equal to pi FL. XL directly proportional with the frequency. No electric energy consumed at a thermal energy inside the coil. The energy is saved in the form of magnetic field. Deduce the relation between the voltage and the induction coil with negligible ohmic resistance. From chapter 3, we observe that voltage equal L delta I over delta T. L is the self-inductance which is constant. This means that voltage directly proportional with delta I over delta T. Delta I over delta T represents the rate of growth of the current, the rate of growth or the rate of decay of the current, which can be represented as sine or cosine curve, sinusoidal curve. In this graph is called graphical representation and can be drawn by another method, VL, I, and angle between them equal 90. VL leads I by 90 degree, or VL lags, or I lags, VL by 90 degree, or pi over 2. This graph is called vector representation. While this graph is called the graphical representation. Voltage leads current by 90. At angle equals 0, the current intensity equals 0 at this point equals 0. While the rate of growth of the current, which represented the slope of the tangent at this point, delta I over delta t, will be maximum. Since delta I over delta t directly proportional with V, delta I by dt will be maximum. This means that V will be maximum. V will be maximum at the same time. When the angle becomes 90, at first angle equal 0, the current intensity will be maximum. Delta I over delta t will be 0 and V will be 0. This means that VL leads I. VL leads I by 90. This is the graphical representation for AC circuit contains inductive coil. Goodbye and good luck, my students.